Okay, folks, I want to say something about a word, a name that kind of is misleading. For that reason and that reason only, it bothers me. Um, Excuse me, it's important I tell you everything I know, especially related to anything that's spreading around that's something widespread that's moving around that can be misleading, leading you the wrong way. This isn't a big issue, but it's something I want to mention. It's the word Arcturian. Okay? Um, he was a man. He was from the second wave of souls. Um, he was a strong seer, very pineal. He was having some aggression issues, dealing with people who couldn't see what he could see and were giving him a hard time about it. Um, he was only 17% negativity, which is clean and strong, but it's like he had his own energy field of like 27% negativity, negative vibrations, frequencies hanging around him, just because he had to keep dealing with stuff. It's a very natural thing. It's like a soft protective energy just from anger, from people coming at him with their mindless garbage. But anyway, he was seeing someone he was talking to or trying to, connect with, and the guy came from a ship. Actually, he was on a ship, and then he astral projected to this guy. He wasn't in a chair either; didn't need to. He was a strong telepath, and the guy in the ship. He saw this guy, and he called him an Arcturian. Okay, that's the name that just came out of his head somewhere. Where did he get the name? His spirit guide was trying to throw some hints to him, and then he came up with Arcturian. That one species that man was, the male was, when he went back on his ship, if he could have looked and seen everything on there, he would have found out it was a Federation ship. There was well over 30 different species of human. Good boy, Herc. Be there in a minute. Of human people on it. I mean, of whatever humanoids. Okay, and some of them, there's like human energy inside them and all. Human soul's essence, fate, that kind of thing. But some of them were insectoid and other stuff. Okay, there were reptilian too. There's like 38 different species, 37, 38, just depending on where you draw the line. How is one species different from another one because they're all so well mixed? Sometimes they give you percentages, and it's hard to make an exact percentage when there's what are we drawing for the limits for this, description. It's, where's the up and down of it? So it floats a little bit. So when he said Arcturian, he was talking about the beings on the ship, but he just was trying to relate it to one person. So when people say Arcturian, the first time I ever heard it, I looked at it and I followed it right into the guy's head, where he came up with it. And there's not a bunch of stuff over there. It's like when I first heard about this angel Metatron. I knew immediately. I knew it was garbage, but I had to look at it and follow it, and went into a woman. She was 27% negative. She was tired of other people saying they talked to angels, and she wanted to be better than them. So she said, "I talked to Metatron." And they say, "Who?" I said, "He won't even talk to you. He only talks to me." Whatever. And angels aren't even a him or a her. They're both. They're she. So ZHE. And that's pronounced like GHEE, and that's something that's both male and female. Like all spirit, when it's released, it's both male and female. G, when it vibrates and pulls apart, it goes into male and female, like he and she. But like angels, they always stay together as one. They don't vibrate apart. So that's why they're male and female. Anyway, so when someone says, every time someone says Arcturian, they've tried to make, in their mind, they have a certain species of alien, but you know what? They don't exist. It's a fictitious thing in their head. It's like every time someone says Arcturian, they're literally, they don't know it, but they're talking about a ship full of a whole different lot of different beings. I just want to get that out because a lot of people want to know a little more more of the particulars about our friends in space. That need to be said. There are no Arcturians. Okay, there are many, many, many awesome, different, wonderful species of humanoid type life, whether it's insect, reptilian. You know, when I say thanks. When I say humanoid, that was in my head, personal thing, never mind. When I say humanoid, I'm talking about bodies that humans' essence and soul and Fey essence and soul go into. Okay. Well, folks, love you, man. Have a good time to run.